Hi everyone. I got a lot of requests about this variant of the build for Hordes and general G4 content, so I will just do a quick showcase here. As you can see, we take attack speed, potion, and spiral morning has instances, then shooting spice and song of the mountain. Just do a little showcase for this build. This variant of the ball lightning build is mostly for T4 content, so I will pick its 55 because it's considered as T4, and especially for Horde, this build is literally destroying Horde. So as you can see here, I don't know if you ever noticed, but when you play ball lightning, you often have to focus and teleport on the elites and enemies, and it can be a little bit annoying. But on this build, you don't need to target anything. You just have like to teleport and keep going on. As you can see on the map with the mercenary subo, when you pass somewhere, the monster just dies. You don't even have to pay attention. Those run on T4 or less than 40 seconds in general. It depends on the layout, what we get here. We get 37 seconds, I think, something like this. So yeah, I got a variant ready here on my planner. I will link that in description. I call it the variant Horde. It's literally the fastest build in the game since Splintering Energy, the aspect from Lightning Spear, got introduced in the game since Season 5. Season 5, it was like one of the strongest builds in the game. It was also the fastest. It was the fastest for every season, and they decided finally to nerf the damage, but it's still the fastest and the best for T4 content. And why this build is strongest in T4 than the regular Ballkuna ball lightning? Because you don't have to target anything. Your lightning spear just gonna fly around and kill target before you can even see them. Same in the hordes.
You better stop that!
The problem that you can encounter in the horde is like the soul spire, like monster won't have time to enter the soul spire, but I will do another little showcase on a nightmare dungeon quickly. Nightmare dungeon is still T4 content, so we can check that quickly. If you want to farm some reputation and getting some chaos unique and stuff, this is also the right build. It's definitely the build that I played the most this season, is the most fun for me, because ball lightning is kind of overkill, I would say. Like the damage on ball lightning is so high that losing some damage to play this is way more easier. Pay attention to the minimap. Everything just melts. Like when you pass, you don't even need to pay attention. The lightning speed gonna be up and everything gonna get destroyed. Just have to look at the minimap. That's my advice. Don't look at the actual screen. Just look at here where you're going. Otherwise, it's pretty complicated to play. This is an event. As you can see here, this is all cleared. I didn't even like try to kill them. Where's the last thing? The other one. Oh yeah. Kill the boss, and yeah, you can do Nightmare Dungeon in less than a minute, depending on the layout. And last, for Hordes, I can show you a few waves, not the entire run, it's gonna be too long. I will do probably 2 waves, then I will point out the differences between this variant and the original build. You don't have like many things to change us. It's gonna be pretty easy. It's minor changes, like a lot more efficiency. As you can see, you can just stay in the middle and cast your stuff, and as you can see, the lightning spear are flying around and they are just killing everything. You don't even need to move. The only problem, or this lovely soul spire, that Blizzard are kind of aware of it. They said that they're gonna hotfix it, so fortunately when you see this video it's gonna be fixed. But yeah, as you can see here, you look at those minimap, like everything just disappearing. Like even here when you look at the screen, you don't have to do anything. And you have to teleport to make the event pop. This was the best build in Season 5 when it got introduced with Winter Glass and stuff, and it was destroying everything. Everyone was a sorcerer in Season 5, the damage was crazy. We got nerfed since then, but for T4 content is more than enough. Still the strongest and the fastest for Season 4, because you don't have to target anything. What can we take? Soul Spire, probably this. Yeah, as you can see in the showcase, and just stand in the middle. Some lightning spear. If you notice, you don't even have the basic skill, the annoying basic skill to press. You can play like this build like 1-2 buttons if you want. You don't even have to press that lightning spear. I'm pressing it just because it's a habit, but in theory, you don't have to press this. But yeah, probably one of my favorite variant of the build this season. After this wave, I will go through over the changes. It's gonna be pretty easy. But yeah, I got so many Soul Spire, I hate that. So yeah, I will go through over the changes. It won't be as detailed as my previous video. If you need a lot of detail about the Ball Lightning build, you can check my previous video that I recorded. You're gonna have all the information here. This video just gonna be the variant of the build. So these ideas, I got this idea originally because I was playing Ball Lightning a lot, and I noticed the main problem with Ball Lightning is when you have monster here or here on the map, for example, you're not gonna hit them, you're not gonna kill them, and you have to teleport on them sometimes. When you teleport too fast, you're not gonna deal damage to them because Ball Lightning is ticking 3.3 times a second. You are teleporting faster than this, so you teleport on the monster, you don't deal damage to them. And we are spending a lot of time in Hordes this season, and it was super annoying to have to like always teleporting on them, making sure that they die. So I was like, Lightning Spear is the strongest build of the season. I mean, fastest build of the season for T4 content and general content, you know, Horde, Nightmare Dungeon, everything that in T4. And I was like, maybe we should make a variant because I have a full Lightning Spear, like a pure Lightning Spear build, but it requires a lot of investment. Where when you already got the Ball Lightning build working, well, you have to make just some minor adjustment that we can see here. We basically got a Lightning Spear build. It's not as strong as Lightning Spear build, but you have the benefits of Ball Lightning when you need to kill bosses and stuff, because Lightning Spear is pretty weak against single target, and you can't really like speed farm pit as fast as Ball Lightning. So that's where the idea come from. Like if your Ball Lightning, let's say, deal, it's not exactly like this, but to make it easier to understand, let's say that the monster in T4 have 100 HP, your Ball Lightning deal 1000 damage, and your Lightning Spear deal, let's say, 20 damage. The thing is, what we want to do is decreasing the damage of Ball Lightning from, let's say, 1000 to 500, which is still overkill and more than enough for this content because monsters have 100 HP, and take your Lightning Spear from 20 damage to 100 damage or 150 to allow Lightning Spear to one-shot everything, and you get the best of both worlds. We still get the benefit of Ball Lightning that one-shot everything, but now you also got the Lightning Spear AoE that's gonna one-shot everything. That way, that's why it's one of my favorites, if not my favorite variant of this season. Like, it's like really super cool to play. Many people see me play this on stream and ask me for the variant, so here we are for the variant. So the differences, mainly we go through the gear quickly. But Shaco Triple J on cooldown, Igni and Ohm is wrong, by the way. The correct rune is going to be Sem or Nagu. Igni is a mistake, but anyway, then you get Lokran. you're gonna have a regular glove, you're gonna switch out the Banish Lord. That's the most important. Like, you need to switch out Banish Lord because overpower is literally overkill. You don't need to overpower in T4 content. You're gonna switch that out to get a regular glove with intelligent attack speed. I have core skill, but you can get anything here, it doesn't matter, you don't need a core skill. Temper overpower damage because that was a hit pushing glove, but I think in the planner I got critical strike damage. It really doesn't matter, just small adjective damage. On masterwork it also doesn't matter, it can go on crits, it can go on attack speed or ints, up to you. Most important thing is to have splintering energy. Splintering energy hit cause your lightning spear to arc to the target, and up to 5 that's gonna allow you to have insane AoE and also dealing 60% of normal damage, and your lightning spear also deals 40% more damage. Then we're also going to keep Crown of Lucian because that's a lot of damage. Masterwork everything in cooldown. I keep the same boost, like that's just the same build as Ballkuna, but that's exactly the same boot. This one I'm using a sword because I had a sword, I did not have a wand. If you have a wand, I would use a wand if I had one. Intelligent crit damage. If you have overpower damage because of the Ballkuna, you can keep overpower damage. Having critical strike damage, you're not gonna feel the difference. So you don't need like separate gear to play this build. You can just keep the same gear, change the glove, and basically that's it. Change the glove, get splintering energy. I had a sword, so I just made it. On the tempering, you don't need a chance for ball lightning projection to cast twice. You can go everything on int, everything on critical strike damage. It doesn't really matter. Then Ice Blade, again, Ice Blade is just for the 35% damage. You don't need to have Ice Blade on the skill bar. Amulet, Intelligence, Permafrost, Glass Cannon. You want to try to have ints. It doesn't really matter whatever passive you have. You can have Inner Flame. You can have Permafrost. You can have Icy Touch. You can have Elemental Dominance. It's just Permafrost, Inner Flame, and Glass Cannon are the best. Temper, Evade, Cooldown, Rejection to Perma Teleport. I also have in-depth guide for Perma Teleport if you want to watch that on my channel. I have Temper Overpower damage because this is my regular amulet. You can temper critical strike damage if you want. Then Galvanic Ring, the same as for Lightning when I have GA and Convulsion, and Triple Masterwork Convulsion if you can. Starlight Sky, have everything in core skill. And Okuns, you want to have rank to Ball Lightning, and chance for Ball Lightning projectile to cast twice, Masterwork everything in Ball Lightning. For the gems, you use critical strike damage here. I should use critical strike damage here also, but I'm just lazy to switch, so it doesn't really matter. Like, it's more additive damage, as I said. If you want to make it easy, just switch the glove with splintering energy on the gear, and that's it. You don't need to switch anything else. For the skill tree, small changes. So you're gonna remove Mage Ball Lightning. That's gonna increase your damage against stun enemy. You're gonna put Wizard Ball Lightning here. Means that when you cast a Ball Lightning, you're gonna have 2 crackling energy. That's gonna synergize with Lightning Spear enchant. When you absorb a crackling energy, you have 13% chance to cast a Lightning Spear. The goal is to have as many Lightning Spear as possible. Your Lightning Spear is capped at 12. So your goal, like right here, we have 2. I casted 2. Your goal is to have 12. That's why we have, we switch this to this. I think I remove static discharge points. I remove invigorating conjure 1 point to put everything in Lightning Spear to get more damage from a Lightning Spear. You don't really need, you still need the temper to static discharge that held, but now you got a lot of crackling energy from Ball Lightning. Static discharge is less relevant, and I think that's it for the changes on the skill tree. As I said, very easy. Seasonal power, because we want to make this build as easy as possible. You're gonna switch out explosive combination with mana infused conjuration. That's gonna buff your lightning spear by 30% more damage, and you don't have to cast like that annoying spark anymore from time to time. I don't know if you remember from the previous video. That way it's way easy to play, and this build is way more chill. And that's it for the skill tree. For the Chaos perk changes, Mercenary are the same. We use a Subo here to get more damage, Variana to get more attack speed. Subo, the most important thing about Subo is you're gonna reveal the monster on the minimap here, as you can see. Then Paragon Board is exactly the same, so watch the previous video if you need detail. You're just gonna switch out a depth here because you don't need damage on ball lightning. You're gonna get eliminated above the damage of your lightning spear, and that should be it. The skill rotation is same. You're gonna hold down your ball lightning, press Unstable Current as soon as it's up. You're gonna teleport, move, and you're also gonna press your lightning spear up because when you hard cast a lightning spear, it's gonna deal more damage because of roaring lightning spear, up to 160% more damage. Then we still have flame shield and teleport on the skill bar that you're gonna press to get attack speed for 5 seconds. You're gonna gain 48 attack speed for 5 seconds after casting the defensive spell. That's why you see me always press flame shield off cooldown. You can also press your teleport to keep that buff up to be able to go faster, and that should be it for the skill rotation. Teleport, always the same question, is on the bar because of elemental synergy. It can get you out of crowd control. Last, we don't have point on flame shield because Harlequin Crest give you 4 ranks to all skill, so you don't need to put the points in flame shield. You can just put it here. And that should be it for this variant. I put a little summarize here. I will adapt the planner again if needed. Don't forget that the correct twins are Nagu and Om, or Sam and Om. I forgot to change, that was a mistake by me. And I think that should be it for all the changes. That should be it for me today. I hope that video was useful. Next one probably gonna be Speedfarm Pits. Speedfarm Pit, let me know if you're interested in that. That's gonna use Strike of Stormhorn. We will be able to do Pits 100 in around 1.5 minutes. And yeah, I hope that video was useful and you're gonna have a lot of fun in Horde in T4 content. That's my favorite variant. Let me know if you like this variant and if that was useful. Don't forget to leave me a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you next time.